everybody. My name is Jen, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. Very, very excited to get started. Actually, I'm very, very nervous to get started. I'm going to be very honest. This is probably take number 20 today. So this is definitely not my comfort zone. So I apologize if it comes off a little choppy to begin with. I promise you I will work on it and I will get better as we go. So just know that this makes me very, very nervous. So I'm Jen. I am the owner of Everest Rose Boutique, as you see in the background here. This is a passion, long time journey for me of really wanting to open my own business someday, not really knowing how I'm going to do it, but really this was my lifelong dream to be able to own my own business. I'm a fashion enthusiast. I actually grew up in Iowa, small town Midwestern girl, go Iowa. And I started, believe it or not, I started my fashion journey in Iowa many, many years ago. My first job was with Express. And I remember being so excited about that job. It was so cool. I can even remember like some of the outfits that I wore back then, which was a very long time ago. So anyway, that's where my journey started, and I progressed and worked in many different types of fashion retail stores and had a big break. I was actually living in Phoenix, Arizona, actually Scottsdale, and was recruited by a gentleman from Los Angeles and some well-known brothers that owned a very well-known fashion brand. They still do today. Were launching their luxury side of that fashion brand. So I was interviewing for that. Didn't think that I would get that in a million years. I did. I'm shocked still. And in my early 20s, I moved out to Los Angeles to launch this super cool boutique. During that time, I was able to work with celebrity clients, which was amazing. I remember Terry Hatcher was one of my clients, and she was the sweetest, sweetest person. I had, oh my gosh, I remember, I think it was AJ from the Backstreet Boys. I worked with CBS Studios because I worked in the Grove, and CBS Studios was right in the parking lot, if you're familiar. And able to work with some of the stylists there to style for some of the soap operas and TV sitcoms. Worked some events with Vanity Fair and Vogue and did some red carpet events. Like, I don't even feel like they really existed, to be honest. I tell my daughter, Dylan, who's 13, I tell her all these stories because she loves to hear about them. And I really do feel like I'm talking about somebody else's life. But it was mine. And I'm just a little bit older today. But it was really, really exciting and part of my journey and part of why I'm here today. I did spend the last 20 some years working in corporate America. The last 5 years of my career was not in clothing or fashion or beauty, which for the last 5 years, I kind of felt like an imposter because this is my true love and my passion and always has been. So I spent a long time really debating on, what was at this point in my life, what was my next step? What was I going to do? And I always contemplated and dreamt about running my own online fashion boutique. And it's so cool because today there's so many more opportunities that you have to be able to start your own business. So I would say it's only been probably a month now since I left my job. It was a very high paying 6-figure corporate position. I was so mentally drained and exhausted and had been doing this. I've been working nonstop except for when I had my kids since I was probably 14 years old and never really had a break and never really thought that I could be the type to take a risk and leave my corporate job to start my own business. And it's scary. I'm not going to lie. It is scary. I get anxious on some days, but then I bring myself back and say, this is what I was meant to do. I have the support of so many friends and family And thank you to all of you, my parents who live very close to us, my husband who supports me in this. So I have quite a support team. And it did take a lot of planning, obviously, with, having a family. And, today it's definitely more expensive to live today. So it took a lot of planning beforehand financially and making sure that we were ready for this. And it's a sacrifice, I will tell you that. I wasn't used to living on a budget, and now I'm on a very strict budget. But the great thing is that I get to buy for a fashion boutique, so it feels like I'm shopping all the time, because that really is my favorite part, is being able to find the most amazing merchandise and pretend like I'm shopping all the time. So that helps. So I am here. So when I launched this brand, it was not that long ago. It was on July 4th. Not a great idea to launch on a holiday. For those of you who are thinking about launching your own business, I was thinking, oh, it's amazing. July 4th, people, I'll remember it. It's like a huge celebration. And what a letdown. The last thing people are doing on the 4th of July is shopping an online boutique. So that kind of backfired on me a little bit. Well, a lot. I did have some nice sales from some of my friends and family, but it was kind of a letdown. It was kind of a flop. So that's okay. We fail and we continue to pick ourselves up and continue to go. I just keep putting myself out there and pushing myself to be better each day and to learn. I'm constantly learning, and I research a lot. I research a lot of women that have launched online businesses, a lot of YouTube videos, and thank you to all of you. You have no idea. You don't know who you are, but you have impacted me in such a great way. There's so many great women out there today launching businesses. So my daughter's middle name is Rose, and I've always loved that name, Rose. It's so feminine and beautiful. And Everest to me is just the symbol of strength. And I am all about women, being independent and having the strength to try new things. And we are all climbing our own mountains every day. So I felt those two things went together so well, strong and feminine. So Everest Rose Boutique was born, and I love this name. It's a name that I feel will have a legacy. On upcoming videos, I'll take you through more so of, the actual process of starting a boutique. I just wanted to do an introduction and talk a little bit about just my journey up until this point. And again, taking a huge risk by leaving a very high paying job to start my own business. So more to come. And I really hope you follow me on this journey. I hope I can help other women who are really thinking about doing this and deciding if this is the right choice. It is, I promise. It is. Just there's a lot of planning that goes into it. And so I'm excited to share some of that in some upcoming videos. So please subscribe to my channel and come back and see me, and let me know if there's any specific questions you have about launching an online boutique. I can answer a lot of your questions right now. I built my own website. I did a lot of things on my own to keep costs under control. Please stay tuned, and I look forward to this journey with all of you.